Dear investor, 2014 brings in a lot of hope. After a sharp slowdown in growth that we saw in 2013, growth is expected to pick up. Earnings growth for the index should be between 10 and 15%. Given the fact that valuations are close to the average valuation that we have seen over past several years, chances are that this growth in earnings will translate into growth in market levels as well, especially since that this year should be the start, or let me say one of the first of the several above average growth years that we expect to see in the future. While the near term economic growth would continue to remain stressed, mainly as a consequence of a sharp slowdown in government spending, but over the medium to longer term, growth is expected to come back, driven by one, agriculture, two, revival in mining, and if mining output increases, so would industrial output, because mining output would be the raw material for industrials. The growth would also be supported by lower net imports and a revival in private sector capex after a period of time. In terms of inflation and interest rates, I think that's the difficult part. There are two conflicting pressures on interest rates in the new year. While inflation is expected to get controlled because of higher base level and also because of low economic growth that the country faces at this point in time, uh, this should result in lower interest rate, at least in the slack season kind of a period, which we should see over the next 3 to 4 months. However, the fact that US Fed has started to taper, this is a conflicting pressure on interest rates. To some extent, it would cause interest rates to stay hard. Taper in itself is an opportunity as well. So while yes, it would make money slightly more expensive, and levered businesses which need external capital to grow may find it incrementally a bit more difficult. However, taper is taking place because the US economy is on a better footing. Growth there is seen to be more sustainable, and hence businesses which are focused on the external markets, where growth is coming back, should continue to do well. These businesses could be in the areas of IT software, could be in the areas of pharmaceuticals, could be in the areas of textiles or auto ancillaries. In terms of interest rates, once again, if we focus how the things would move over the next few years to a year kind of a period, I think we take a lot of hope from the fact that government has continued to focus on subsidies, and subsidies especially in the areas of fuel have continued to be brought down. Now, as subsidies go down, it will release space on the fiscal, which can be channelized into activities for nation building. It would also reduce the need for government borrowing from the Reserve Bank, because the fiscal deficit itself would reduce. What it will also do is force banks to find out avenues to lend to the private sector, and maybe bring down overall lending rates. This we hope would occur over the medium to a longer term. Going forward, over the next 6 to 8 months, especially in the post-election kind of a period, we see several large moves happening. There would be continuation of moves which are already underway, but maybe a higher degree of focus would be brought on to such moves. The things that we expect would happen would be three. One, advent of GST, that would be a big tax reform. Two, the subsidies could be targeted based on Aadhaar numbers, that would result in significant savings in leakages. Subsidies today may be over 10% of the overall collections. A small savings there could go a long way in improving the health of the fiscal. And lastly, the big move there is seen in the fact that India is as of now in the process of constructing two dedicated freight corridors, the Western Corridor and the Eastern Corridors, and several cities along with it. So that would be the single largest capex that the country undertakes or has undertaken in multiple years. So while the capex would start incrementally and would contribute to growth going forward after a period of time and for a long time to come, the events like advent of GST would help businesses which are otherwise uh, facing a high degree of competition from the unorganized sector and be better able to compete. Such businesses would be found in FMCG areas, in areas like batteries, in consumer durables, and so on. The targeted subsidies based on Aadhaar, especially if government transfers cash in lieu of subsidies rather than making available goods, should again spur consumption in the first round and then make space in the fiscal which can be utilized at a later date for doing capex. This is our thesis for expecting that growth going forward should tend to be better. Global growth, which acted as a headwind in the past, would now probably provide the tailwinds. Uh, Indian fiscal, which was stretched and could not be stressed more, is undergoing consolidation. So yes, it is bringing in a large amount of short-term pain, but after this period, clearly the ability of the country to grow in future would be higher. Similarly, technical issues like mining stoppages in various parts of the country, as and when they get sorted out, would again improve the growth outlook. So, what are we doing in periods like this? We continue to place our faith in businesses which are export oriented. Like I said before, external oriented businesses should continue to do well. Our portfolios have exposure to businesses in pharmaceuticals, IT, autos, and auto ancillaries, and we expect these businesses to continue to do well. Agri oriented businesses which will benefit from consumption sustained over a period of time because of better incomes in the rural India, in tier 2 towns and villages, again should continue to do well, and we have a fair degree of exposure to such businesses. Also, what we are doing is to buy businesses which have two parts. One, doing well in the current period in extremely difficult times. However, the other part may be a bit distressed, and we hope that that part also will start to do better as growth returns. So we call these businesses defensive aggressive. The defensive part provides much of the valuation support for the near term, and the aggressive part would provide the upside as and when economic growth returns. So this is how our portfolios are being positioned at this point in time. Thank you.